Hello, joyful soul. Welcome to my community. This is Leti, and we're going to talk about creativity. Creativity. How can we? So we talk a lot. I talked about vibration. I talked about, frequency, right? Um, there's a lot going on. So how can we keep ourselves in a happy, joyful place when things aren't really happy and joyful? Okay, how are we going to do that? Well, what was about 2 years ago, I think I mentioned this in another video, I started coloring. I started coloring. We were at the store and I just was like, you know what? I'm going to buy some pencils. I'm going to buy some paper. I'm just going to get some little books that like black and white, with lines, like images and things, flowers, mandalas. And I just wanted to start coloring. I had this desire. I had this like, you got to do this kind of feeling. So I did. I started coloring and I was coloring and coloring and coloring. And I started to feel so much better. This was right at the beginning of the sheltering in place, right? The pandemic. And I just had this little spot on my couch. I had all my tools. I had everything I could possibly need, right? I had a little sharpener. I had a little thing for, to put the little sharpener stuff, right? All the little like pieces of wood and whatever. So I had a little trash can. And I would literally, guys, I would sit there. I would get a big old cup. We recycle these. How long have I had this? Like 2 years. But I liked it because I would fill it up with a ton of water, tons of ice. I would just make myself a little nest of stuff for me that I was going to need because I didn't want to get up again. I didn't want to move. I wanted to just do my coloring. And I started to color and I painted or I colored hummingbirds and flowers and roses and impatiens and gardens. I mean, I just did all kinds of stuff. And I started to feel like I just felt better. I felt a little more joyful. It brought me a lot of peace. I wasn't so worried. Back then, there was a lot of fear. God, there were fear bombs everywhere. And I don't watch the news, but there is, after all, internet. So I was still, looking at stuff. I was still seeing all these little news briefs and, breaking news and all this stuff happening in the world. And I was afraid of everything. Droplets. I was afraid of people. I was afraid of the air. I just didn't want to get COVID. Oh my God, the C word or the Rona. So the coloring helped me. It really made a big difference. It did help me to get over that hump of, not seeing anybody, right? Not being able to do anything. And if you had to go to the store, the fear of having to do that. So what it did was it helped for me, it helped balance those levels of fear and panic and anxiety that were rising up like a little volcano, right? It was coming in. And that helped me a lot. That helped me to navigate my life in a way that was not going to bring me any more reasons to feel depressed and sad. I was already kind of, we couldn't see each other, my family, my sisters, and I was already worried about, my job and how's it gonna work? How's everything gonna happen? So there was a moment where things kind of, as things started opening up again, and when I went back to work and I was back to kind of normal, not really normal because I still worked alone most of the time in my office. I had lots of Zooms. Oh my gosh, lots of Zooms, guys, a Zoom city. I'm pretty sure I don't have a Z on my forehead, but it's probably there somewhere. But I was more involved with that was how I was able to function. So, and a lot of us did. A lot of us that worked from home either Zoomed or we did Google Meets or we did some kind of video chat with, clients and coworkers and whatever. So there was a lull. There was a little bit of a lull where I didn't do any more coloring. I did more reading. I did a lot of things that were really just feeding my brain, really spiritual information, good information, positive things. I listened to a lot of high frequency instrumental music. My Course in Miracles, my Course in Miracles community was amazing. Also my prayer group, I started a prayer group at that time. So there were things that I did that allowed for some creativity to come forward. But right up, recently, I would say in the last 2 or 3 months, I have just got this urge to do stuff. So I started painting. So I took it to the next level. Took it to the next level. So I started painting. Painting what? Well, I painted pots, painting pots, painting any like wood, anything with wood, just pretty much anything. My husband's running away from me most of the time because I have I have a little paintbrush and I'm like, excuse me, let me just color you, and he's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna do that. So I paint. I paint everything. Well, my latest project, and I just want to kind of make this kind of a show and tell and give you guys, you know, permission. I think as an adult, we kind of forget that we have creative juice flowing. Okay. We got lots of creativity. And it's kind of like whenever I, in my side business, my online business, when I have a new leader that joins my team, I always ask them, what do you dream of doing? And they look at me like, what? What do you mean dream? I don't have a dream. I gotta work, gotta make money. That's my dream. I'm like, yeah, but what is your dream? Like, what did you, money wasn't an issue. What would you be doing? I've heard everything, guys. People are just like, well, I don't know, I can't remember. Or, hey, I always wanted to be a painter, or I wanted to do, this or that. And we forget that we were kids. We forget how much fun we used to have. We forget that life could be fun. It doesn't have to be all, you know, traffic and bills, right? It does not, guys. It doesn't. And we're all kind of picking that up. We're all learning that. Can you guys hear my birds? They're losing their shit right now. Guys, I'm talking. So anyways, so I decided that I was going to start doing more painting and doing more things that were going to feed my spirit. And I didn't know what was coming 2 or 3 months ago. Well, there's a lot going on now. Okay, by the time this video is posted, which will be in a few days from now, um, we'll be starting July. And we know there's been a lot going on, correct? Okay, long list. So what can we do to help with all of that dense energy? Well, there's going out in nature, walking around, sitting in the sun. I think the most important thing though, guys, that I'm hearing in my prayer time really is just be. Stop doing. Just be. Be creative, be quiet, be loving, be mindful, just be still, right? Just be still. Don't get in the car. You don't go run around. You don't have to pack it all in. We do so much to pack it all in. I used to be a pack it all in kind of girl. My life back in the 90s and the 2000s, early 2000s, I was packing it in like sardine, everything, all the experiences. And yeah, I did a lot. I did a ton. But you know what though? I mean, not anymore. That's not necessary anymore. I want to know who I am. I want to get to know who Leti is. What I really like doing? What is my go thing? What is my little button? What's gonna get me to that next level of understanding who I am and what my purpose is? Well, creativity. Creativity is big. If you like to sing, write stuff out. If you like to plunk on a guitar, go plunk on a guitar. If you're feeling the nudge to do something creative, go for it, guys. Please go for it. Go to the dollar store, get some stuff, get some paint, get some crayons, get some colors, and it will morph into other things. This whole YouTube thing, that's how this all started. It was just something that was there for a year and a half. And I was like, oh, no, I don't have the time. I can't do it. It's too hard. It is not hard. It's the easiest thing ever. Does it take a few minutes? Yeah. Do I have to remember to post stuff? Yeah. Okay, gotta post it. No big deal. I'm the one that makes things hard. So I've been called to do more painting. Well, I wanted to share, and I'm not done yet, but I do want to share. This is one of my latest creations. So my husband bought me these hummingbirds, and the hummingbirds are my thing. Hence the necklace. Hummingbirds. That used to be my stage name. I was La Colibri. Isn't that cute? La Colibri. So I have hummingbirds everywhere. You can see them on my wall. You can see them everywhere. I've got hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds. And so he bought me these little hummingbirds, and I'm trying to find. So I have, this is what, totally, this is what they look like. This is what they look like a la natural. Okay. They're kind of like a teal blue. I think they were gray. Yeah, they were like a gray color. They were just, it's like metal or whatever. They were just, he painted them for me. He painted them like a teal blue. So this is what they look like. Okay. And I've been looking at these little guys on the wall and I'm going, you need a little splash of color. You need a little pizzazz. So I went ahead and I pulled out my acrylic paint. And they're, guys, it's just acrylic stuff. I mean, I went to the store and got like, these are 59 cents. Okay. And I went ahead and painted this little guy. And then because I'm such a bedazzler kind of girl, I got glitter. I have all this stuff because I do Day of the Dead painting, face painting, and I love Day of the Dead masks and whatever. So that was another creative project about 3 years ago. Well, so I have all this stuff. I've got glitter. I've got all this glitter paint. I've got tubes of glitter. Glitter. And so I went ahead and decided to just glitter it out a little bit. I'm not done with her. She's almost ready, but I will be putting probably like a little gemstone. I got these little gemstones that are super, I don't know if you can see it. They're super little shiny ones. So I think I might give her a gemstone eye or something. Who knows? Who knows? It's my creation. I can do whatever I want. What are they going to do? Fire me? No. So I would recommend going out there, guys, get a piece of wood, get a canvas, get whatever you need to stay in your creative mode. Find it if you're not in it already. But if you do have things that you enjoy doing or used to enjoy doing, then try it again. Because one thing I realized when I'm in this zone and I'm painting, I'm also praying. I'm also wishing, good things for people. And people pop into my head that I haven't thought of in a while. And when that happens, I know, oh, okay, I'm going to send some light to this person. And all I do is while I'm painting, I'm like, okay, hello, so-and-so, sending you some love and light right now. And I take a deep breath and I just imagine them receiving this glitter energy, this little flow of light, or it could be anything. It's like a little fog, little white fog, and I'm sending it to them. I'm just sending it out, and people come into my experience. People come into my mind more when I'm in this moment, when I'm in this zone of painting and creating. So, we are all called to do something to help our world right now more than ever. And if this is resonating with you, you know what I mean. If you're watching this video, okay, then you totally aligned with my frequency and my energy and my prayer that whoever was meant to see this video was going to see this video. No mistakes, guys. No mistakes. So do it. Go get the paint, go get the glitter, go get the stuff, do whatever you got to do. Get into your zone, find your happy place. If that's music, if that's dancing, if that's walking on the beach, creative is creative. All it is, guys, is an opportunity for you to do something for yourself, for you to express love for yourself in a different way, in a way that is non-traditional, meaning not something you would normally do. Okay, that's all it is. When you go into your creative zone, that's just you're giving your soul an opportunity to express your true self. And you'd be surprised. I had no idea I was all into colors, like coloring and blending and blah, 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 right? I could do eyeshadow, but who knew? And it's there. And then I remembered, wow, I used to like doing plates, paper plates when I was a kid. Did you guys remember that? Everybody did paper plates. I think that was like a summer school project or something. Paper mache, flour, water, and some newspaper, guys. Go make something. Okay, get a balloon. Blow it up, put that stuff over it, and then pop the balloon. Now you got a cute little ball. What are you gonna do with it? You're gonna make an earth, make something, make a sphere with colors and glitter. And it's also a good opportunity to connect with your children. If you have children or any little ones around, I call them littles, any littles around, my hair is bugging me. any littles around. It could be a project that you're doing, and that raises your energy level. That raises your mood. You just feel so much better. When I talk about frequency and energy and vibration, okay, I'm talking about mood. I'm talking about moods. That's all. It's just a different word. It's the same thing. So if you wanted to get something that's going to help you change your mood, okay, from being kind of negative and maybe sad or feeling a little overwhelmed, I think that's a good word right now for everybody. We're all feeling extremely overwhelmed. And how do we manage these overwhelming feelings? Well, don't try to attack it. You can't attack it. And don't get mad at yourself either. If you're feeling overwhelmed, don't judge it. Just say, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Okay, what can I do? Go take a nap. You don't want to take a nap? Go read a book. You don't want to read a book? Listen to some music. What are you going to do when you're listening to music? Start doodling. Do something. And listen to what your heart is telling you. Your mind is telling you something. To that intuition. And just get out there, guys. Create your own masterpiece. You are your own masterpiece. We are all our own masterpiece. Yay! Okay. That's it for today, guys. Short, sweet, to the point. Go get some colors. Get your paintbrush. Get all your stuff. And enjoy the ride. Enjoy the journey into self. Into your self. Capital S-E-L-F. Okay. Separate. Your self. My heart is with your heart. My soul is with your soul. And I see you. I send you lots of love and light. Namaste, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of this moment and this afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. Because in this moment, you, like you know, are love. See you later. Toodaloo. Have a great day, everyone.